Do you ever lie awake at night doing math in your head, wondering which bill you will skip this month, or how you're going to even get through the month, or whether you'll ever get from under this weight? If debt is draining you emotionally and financially, you are not alone. And today, I'm going to show you exactly where to start. Because yes, you can get out of this, and no, it is not too late. Let me be clear. Debt is more than just numbers. It messes with your mind, your sleep, your confidence, even your relationships. But here's what no one tells us in our 40s and 50s when life has already happened. You don't need to fix everything overnight to start feeling better. You just need to start. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 simple but powerful steps that can change your financial future starting right now. Step 1, you need to know your exact debt total. Now, this might be the most emotional part, but it's also the most empowering. I want you to gather every debt that you have, every credit card, every student loan, every medical bill, a car loan, store cards, personal loan, everything that you owe. I want you to get that together. And then I want you to write it down. I want you to write down who you owe, what the balance is, the minimum payment, and the interest if you know what it is. And then I want you to add it all up. Now, take a deep breath. This number, it is not your identity, it's just your starting point. That's all. Here's some action steps. I want you to download a free debt tracker, or you can even just use a simple notebook and write it all down in one place. Why? Because clarity reduces anxiety. And when you face your numbers, you can finally do something about it. Step 2, I want you to get current on essentials, not everything, just the essentials. Here's a trap that a lot of women fall into. They try to pay everyone a little bit at a time and you end up falling behind. Stop, and I want you to focus on the current and essential bills first. What are these essentials? Your rent and your mortgage. You need shelter. Another essential, you need to have your utilities. You need light, you need water, you need heat, you need the internet in today's society. You need it. And you need transportation. How are you going to get back and forth to work? Whether it's your car, whether it's using Uber, whether it's using public transportation. And you definitely need food, you need nourishment. So once you cover these, then tackle the minimum payments on all of your secured debts like your loans and your credit card bills. If you can call a credit card company and ask for a pause, do it. Your survival matters more than your credit score right now. Here's the action step. You're going to create a survival budget. This is where you focus on the bare minimum that you need to cover your housing, your food, your transportation for this month. Focus your energy there first. This is how you're going to stop drowning. This is how you're going to be able to start breathing again. Hey there, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Dion of Delightful Wealth Creation. I help women over 40 build financial stability and freedom, even if you're starting from scratch or if you feel like you're too far behind or you're just plain scared. I have paid off over $60,000 in debt. I have made many money mistakes along the way, and occasionally I still slip up. But I'm on my journey to financial stability and ultimately freedom, and that's what I teach on this channel, and I'd love for you to join the journey with me. So be sure to subscribe and grab your free comeback plan checklist in the description box below. This month we are focusing on rebuilding and rising for the month of July 2025. Let's move on to step number 3. Step 3, choose a payoff strategy. Now that you're stabilized, it's time to pick a plan, and you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just pick the path that is right for you. So here are 2 proven debt payoff methods. You have the snowball method or the avalanche method. You've probably heard them before. I'll just do a brief explanation. The snowball method is where you pay the smallest debt first, regardless of the interest rate. And this gives you that fast win. It helps you to build momentum and feel confident in your ability to be able to manage your money. The other method, the avalanche, is where you pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first. This saves you the maximum amount of money you can in the long run. Now, you may not be sure which one to choose. Start with the snowball if you need motivation. And if you want to have the maximum of savings, use the avalanche where you pay off the interest. Either one will get you to the goal of financial freedom. I used both of these strategies interchangeably when I was paying off that 60,000 in debt. Actually, I started with the snowball first just to get that quick win and to keep me pumped and motivated. But I did switch back and forth, and I still use either method today because I do have a few other debts that I have occurred over time, and so that's what I use today. So with using these two strategies, I want you to pick one, you decide, and then focus every extra dollar on just that one debt while paying minimums on the rest. And if you can, set up automatic payments, even if it's just an additional $5 over the minimum payment, and add it on to it. Consistency is what adds up, and that debt, you'll eventually knock it out and move on to the next one. Step 4, find and free up some extra cash. You may feel that there's no money left after you've done your budget, but you might be surprised. Let's find cash in 3 places. You're going to find it in your hidden spending. Hidden spending, such as subscriptions that you forgot about, cancel them. Small daily purchases that are unnecessary that you make, or fees you didn't realize that you were even paying. Once you cancel those things, you've been able to free up some more money. That's the extra cash that you would have found. How about number 2? Things you can sell. Old clothes, which are in great condition, electronics, furniture, tools, handbags, anything you don't love or don't use anymore. You can sell them on Poshmark. You can sell it on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, eBay, and OfferUp, and be able to get that extra cash that you didn't think you had. Finally, side cash. And what I mean by side cash, side gigs like babysitting, pet sitting, dog walking, completing surveys for money online, doing deliveries like with DoorDash or Instacart. What about tutoring? You could tutor online or in person. Cleaning, yes, cleaning services bring in a lot of money. What about doing laundry for people who are too busy to be able to do it? Or people, if you have a large capacity washer and dryer, you may offer a service of, instead of people taking their comforters and duvets to the laundromat, you can do the service for them and do that consistently and bring in some extra cash. What about some freelance work? A few hours a week can change everything. So here's some action steps that you can take. Cancel one unused subscription today. Sell 2 items this weekend and take on one simple money-making task this week. Every 20, 50, or $100 that you find and direct it to debt makes the balance smaller and your power gets bigger. Listen, debt can make you feel ashamed, stuck, and small. I know because I have been there and I've gone through it time to time. But you are none of these things. You are smart, you are capable, and you are in control of what happens next. Getting out of debt is not just about the money, it's about freedom. It's about breathing again. And yes, it takes time, but you're not too far gone. You're just getting started. So let's take one step today, take another tomorrow, and you'll be amazed how fast progress happens once you believe it is possible. Tell me in the comments, what's your next step that you will take to tackle your debt? Don't forget to subscribe and download the free comeback plan checklist below to get started. Remember, this month of July, we're focusing on rebuilding and rising again. You've got this, and I've got you. And don't forget that I am walking this journey together with you. So until next time, take care.